Happy new month, guys. It's Linda, Ninja Express Entry class captain, and your very own special one and only Japa evangelist on all things Japa from Nigeria to Canada. So today, this video basically is about talking about what you do after you land. I wrote notes down, so I'll be looking down from time to time. So what to do after you land, especially in Alberta. So I'll start by telling you guys a little bit about Alberta and Calgary, where I am, because I noticed that most of the time most videos are based in Vancouver, Ontario, all those places. So I'm going to be focused on Calgary, where I am, because I know that many of us are now planning to come here or move here, or maybe I'll just basically land here. So let's dig in. So Alberta is in the south of Canada and is the energy hub. It's also huge on agriculture. This is just like what's it called in Nigeria? Niger Delta people. So Alberta is just like the Niger Delta region of Nigeria. Calgary is the largest city, but Edmonton is the capital, and it's also the seat of government. So if you're looking to find government jobs, because government jobs, they pay well with little to no stress, and they have excellent benefits. So if you're looking to get government jobs, so you should be looking and like going towards the Edmonton part of Alberta. Calgary is also positioning itself to be a very big tech hub in North America, just the way Vancouver and Toronto are. It's divided into southwest, southeast, northeast, and northwest. Did I say that right? So southwest, southeast, northeast, and northwest. Yes, I said it right. And it's ranked as the best city to live in North America, and the fifth most livable city in the whole world. Calgarians are very polite and very helpful. I've experienced it. Oftentimes their smile is just it does not really get to their eyes. It's just part of them being polite. That's how they do, you know. So it might take you aback if you don't know, but when you notice it, you just move on. Because someone like me, I give genuine smiles. If I'm not smiling, I'm not smiling. But it's what they do here so well. But they're very helpful, they're very friendly, and they're very polite. E.g., holding the doors for you, if they are going before you, they just hold the door so you can pass. You to hold it for someone else. Over here, they don't horn like Nigeria. Like, we use horn to even greet. We do, like, everybody waits in line. It's just very peaceful, and they are always on time. You know, if they say they are coming to do stuff with you, they will be on time. And I hope it's a habit that we can imbibe, because I've had times where some people will say they're coming to come and pick up. 1 hour later, I'm not seeing them, and well, it just basically and they will not call. It just basically gets me, I say, worked up, because I'm like, we need to just learn the habit of being respectful about people's time. Because that 1 hour you're keeping me, there's someone that came to come and pick up stuff, and I've been waiting, and I started calling. I told him I was leaving my house in the next 5 minutes, and if he was not here, I'm just going to go, and you have to come back. And he came and he was frowning, just frowning, like, oh, for real? You cannot keep me for 1 hour, because if you're dealing with a white person, you would have been there on time, or you would have called. Calls here are free, so you should, or basically they are built into your payment plan. So if you're going to be late for something, just call. Do not take you anything. If guy was just frowning seriously, I was just watching him from upstairs. I sent my husband to go give him what he wanted. He came to come and pick up. The minimum wage in Alberta is $15, and it's one of the highest in the country. In fact, it used to be the highest, but I think British Columbia came up, and then Ontario. I think Ontario is even about to increase theirs again. Sometime this month, that's June. I think it's going into effect from today. It's going to be $15.60 something cents, if I recall correctly. Please check that information. I'm not so sure of it, but I think June 1st, that's today. It's also the sunniest city in Canada. You can see this is very bright, and this brightness starts from a very early hour, like to 5. It's to 5 in Calgary, looks like shortly after 6 in Nigeria. Then plus from past 5, especially in this spring period, the whole place will just be very bright, like past 7, past 8. From past 6, sun has come out, like full sun. You know, although the sun is not hot, like it's just basically for light, or like for, I say it for seeing road, just for aesthetics. It's not really, it's not hot, so you can actually take a walk in the sun, and you will not feel like you're going to pass out, just the way the Nigerian heat is. In the summer period, that's July, next month, there's a very huge event that happens, like I think it's 10 days. The Calgary Stampede is the name of the event. So it's the biggest outdoor party, or the greatest outdoor party show on earth. That's what it's called. So I'm looking forward to my first Stampede in Canada. So now that we are done with, those are just a few fun facts, or a few facts about Calgary I wanted to share with you, so that you can know a little bit about our city, and then you might basically want to come here. You might not have all the information, so this video is basically just giving you information about the city. So number one, like I'm just going to go through my list, because I wrote about them in no particular order. So while watching, I'll suggest you take notes, and then you use the information. You can come back and rewatch. Or if you know somebody that will be landing in Calgary soon, or that is yet to make up their mind about where they are going to go to in Canada, you can also send them this video, and it might help them. Okay, so just before you land in Canada, the first thing that will be on your mind is, how do I get accommodation in Canada? Where do I check for accommodation? What do I need to do to get accommodation in Canada? And then the number one thing I will tell you is, first of all, try to see whether you have someone within your network that will help you to view houses. Because it's one thing to view houses online. Then when you now basically reach out to the landlords, they might not be interested, because number one, you're not even around. You don't know if you're going to come and take the house, and all those logistics, all those things around it. So, but if you have somebody that is there, you can send a link of a house that you would see, and that maybe that you like. The person can help you and check and know, okay, what quadrant is this in, you know, and they help you to go and view the house, and even do videos for you, so that you'll be sure that this is a house that you want to rent. And it takes time, because people like basically scoop up houses very fast. Landlords ask for a lot of things, especially credit history, reference from your former landlord. Most of them don't want to hire new immigrants, because you also don't have a job. They're not sure if you'll be able to pay the rent. So a lot of things, a lot of factors go into that. For us, we have to even tell them where we work, everything. We have to give them that system where we work in Nigeria, what we do, our annual income, and that we will surely be able to pay the rent. So that will be one of the first things on your mind, because honestly, it's better to come from the airport and be going straight to your house like I did, than to go to Airbnb. Because when I was in Nigeria, I was just thinking, okay, should I or should I not, like Airbnb house. When I now checked the price of Airbnb price for 2 weeks was over 1 month's rent, and I was like, no, I beg, we have to. So I now called my husband, because he has way more friends than I do, and like let him tap into his network, and let us start like reaching out to people that might help us. And why I said you should do this, and make sure that the people that you're reaching out to are people that really have your best interest at heart, because Calgary is massive, it's big. On my birthday, we went to somewhere. I'll upload that video. I took different snippets. I'm yet to merge them together. We went to somewhere still in the same northwest where I live, but it was about 24 minutes drive, and 24 minutes without hold up. It's not like Nigeria that there is hold up. This one, it was without hold up, no single hold up apart from normal traffic light, and then you're on your way. It is very big, and it was still in the same northwest. That's just one quadrant, although it was closer to the downtown regions. The downtown region is in the southwest. So somebody that has your best interest at heart will say, okay, let me just sacrifice for this person, because it will take a lot for someone to drive, maybe especially if somebody is living in one region, like one quadrant, to drive from another quadrant just to come and inspect. Because here is walk. On your weekends, you want to maybe do fun things with your family, or just sleep, or just cook. So bringing out that time to go and check for you. So please begin to think about your network, so that you can start reaching out to them, especially if you've gotten your PPR, or maybe you have not even gotten your PPR. Just be reaching out to your people in Canada, in the cities that you want to live in, and start building that relationship now. You get why? So it's not be as if that, okay, so you remembered me because you need my help. No. Build the relationship before time. So number one site to check for your house is rentfaster.ca. That's where I saw my house. Then you can use condo.ca. You can use KGG, that's K, that's the letter K, JIJI.ca, and Facebook Marketplace. So for sites like condo.ca, they might not want to rent to you because you're a new immigrant. But for KGG, you might be dealing directly with the landlord and Facebook Marketplace. But the thing with all this KGG and Facebook Marketplace is that please do not pay for anything that you have not seen or someone has not visibly gone to go and inspect, because there are plenty of scams. And then once you sign your 1 year lease, yeah, if you have to break it, there will be penalties. So if the rentfaster.ca is not working out for you, condo.ca is not working out for you, check on KGG, check on Facebook Marketplace, and just like reach out to landlords. Like just before you get there, you know, you might have to fill out an application form. You have to write a short story telling the landlord about yourself. So for me, the tip I was giving about that when I was doing it from Nigeria is just tell the landlord things about yourself, like the individuals living in your family, like we're 5. So that anybody that is reading that letter or that story will feel like they already know you. Especially if they're not going to be seeing you like one-on-one. So, like you're not the one that is going to go and inspect the house. You're not going to be able to build that rapport with them. So write something that is going to basically feel like, okay, they know you one-on-one. And then like make them to even smile. Like just special tidbits about each person in your family, what you do, how much you earn. And of course, assure them that you'll be able to pay rent. Part of what I put in my application was my husband and I are also landlords and a landlady in Nigeria. So definitely we know what it is for someone to come and damage your house, and so we assured them that of course their house will not be damaged. We are not those kind of people, you know. So you shall get my drift. So that is where you should like that's the kind of story you should write. You might have to present your pay stubs from your, like my husband had to present his pay stubs, that's pay slip. You know, you might have to bring out all those things. So me, I did not need to bring mine because my husband's own basically was enough. I did not need to prove any extra thing. So all those things, but if you need to be the two of you, if you're married or you're single, you might need to provide those things just to keep the landlord's mind at ease that, oh, I'll be able to pay my rent, because due to laws here, they cannot just come and kick you out of their house like that. That's why they always want to make sure that you have a job, and they can verify from your previous landlord that you are not a troublemaker, you know. So that's it about rent. Then, but if all this fails and you're unsuccessful, please just look for an Airbnb and pay for, let's say, 2 weeks. Then when you come, you use your eyes, you go check by yourself and get a house. But if you can, get it before. If you can, get a house before you land, because there's just this ease that comes with it. I came directly from the airport to my house. My friend had already, my husband's friend rather, and his girlfriend had already helped us to call, like, to set up our internet. The guy came that evening as we landed to come and help us fix it up. You know, I had already registered for, like power, gas, heat, and all those things from Nigeria. And then the website for that one, the service provider I use for that one is called NMAX. That's ENMAX, nmax.com, for you to register for your power. There are other providers, but that's the one I use. There's Direct Energy, which I do not like and I do not endorse. So I use NMAX, so you might want to use NMAX when you get here if you're coming to Calgary. If you are single or you're a couple without kids and you don't plan on getting a car so soon, look towards staying in the Southwest, because that's where most offices are. Because you don't want to start traveling, or because this place is very big, you need a car either way. So you don't want to start traveling from one quadrant to the other, because you're saving costs. You'll just be burnt out, you'll just be tired, you'll just be drained. And then what happens when it's snowing? So if you're not planning on getting a car, just stay in the Southwest region, because there the buses work, trains, all those things, easier to move around within that region, and you're not so far from your office, because most offices are in the Southwest downtown area. But if you have a car, you can stay anywhere really. For the Southwest and the Southeast, they have mostly whites. The Northwest has a mix of blacks and whites. The Nigerian community in the Northwest, we are growing, because everywhere, almost every time I go out, I see one Nigerian. Once I see them, I know that this one, Nigeria, like we are brothers and sisters, you know. Not every black in the Northwest will be Nigerian, but the majority of them. So in the Northwest region of Calgary, you will see a lot of blacks. Then in the Northeast is favored by Indians and Arabs. Then some blacks also live there. And so the Northeast also has the Northeast has a reputation for not being so safe. And so this makes houses in that area cheaper than what you would get, say, in the Southwest, in the Northwest, or in the Southeast. So if so while you're looking at it, if you're going to be choosing the Northeast because of your budget, just have that at the back of your mind, because a friend of mine and her husband, they stole his wallet from the car, took his credit card, and was spending all his money. He had to run and go and block it. Her glasses, different things. So, and then the time I visited that area, you see the place littered. I was wondering, am I still in the same Canada? Because my own area is very clean, reserved, no noise. It's just children that play outside from time to time. My children go out, other children come out, they just play outside, you know. So my own area, I prefer this my area to the Northeast. Although where I made this my hair was in the Northeast too. But when I was asking the lady, she's a Cameroonian, I was asking her that this your Northeast looks a little bit different than than the Northeast I went to before. She now said no, that her own Northeast is closer to the Northwest than the main Northeast. So it's like on the boundary of the Northwest. So you can even call it Northwest, which was why, because it was quiet, it was serene. So check all those parameters before you make your choice on where to stay. Then also check the total cost of renting. Some rentals offer utilities. Some of them are those are mostly condos or apartments. They might offer some utilities, or they might offer all inclusive utilities. For townhouses, most of them, they don't offer one single utility. Like my house is a townhouse. There's no single utility attached to it. So my rent is $1,800 per month, and then I have to pay every utility separately. So some landlords pay for snow removal, garbage disposal. Some don't. In my own case, my landlord and my landlady, they paid for that. It's part of the condo fees. There's something they call condo fees here. Some landlords and landladies don't pay for it. So you might want to ask all those questions up front so that you know what you're getting into, so it will not shock you. Some houses offer free parking, some don't. Some that even have garage, they will tell you that you're going to pay extra for that garage. If not, they will just use it to be parking stuff or something, or they can't get someone that will come and be paying. It's just crazy, because there's one when I was like house hunting on Rent Fast, I saw one very nice house. It was brand new. It was in Northeast. At that point in time, I was not listening to anything anybody was telling me about Northeast Jai, because that house was very fine. Find out that this is my house, clean, brand new, the fridge very big, everything. Until I started reading through, I saw that I will have to pay an extra $150 per month for the garage. And it was a double garage, but there was someone that was going to be living in the basement, an older couple, and my family and the older couple's family would have been sharing a double garage and would have been paying $150 per month extra. I did not see any reason why I would have to rent a house and still pay for parking. So this my house now is a 3-bed townhouse, and with a double garage. I get my garage to myself, and there's no basement, you know. So check all those things so that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into, and you don't go and start crying, you know, that, okay, how can you be renting a house without paying, as in I'm paying for garage? Because here they pay for everything. Now on some of the rental ads, you would see some of the rental ads, you will see street parking free, heated parking you have to pay extra per month. So those kind of things, you find them in all those high-rise buildings. If you want to be parking your car inside, you have to pay extra per month. Some of them is all inclusive. So check, is there in laundry? Like, is there laundry in the house, in the apartment? Or is it going to be a shared laundry, especially in the condominium setting, like condos or apartments? Because some condos, you see that the laundry is inside the apartment, but some you see that you have to go downstairs to go and do your laundry. To me, that one is just quite uncomfortable. So all those little things. So check. Also, if you're a couple or single parent that has children that are going to like kindergarten, all those elementary schools, high schools, you need to check about the amenities, the schools within that region. Are the schools close by? You need to do all those checks before you sign any lease agreement and make payments. Number 2 on the list of things to do after you land is try to get your class 5 driver license within 90 days. Okay, so what is class 5? So there are different stages when you come to Calgary or Alberta. There's the class 7, which is the knowledge test, just to test your knowledge on like what you know. Do you know the road signs? And that one you can use there's a handout that you can read through and make sure that you pass it. If you send me a message, I can send it to you. Or better still, there's another website I used, which is tests.ca. That's TESTS. I think there's an S there, .ca, so that then you put in your province, and then you just be practicing. It's for free. You'll be practicing your the questions that will pop up during your knowledge test. And for Alberta, I think it's 30 or is it 20? I've forgotten the number because I did my own some time ago. I've forgotten the number of questions that are in the knowledge test. But if you fail 4 or 5 of it, basically you fail the test, and then you have to come back the next day to come and resit the test. In my own time, I just like did it once and I got through with it, because reading book is not my problem. But I'm having some fear to go and do the road test. I've not yet done my road test, but I plan to close it out this month. So when you do your so like I said, you can only drive for 90 days with your Nigeria license. So aim to do your class 7. Class 7 is that knowledge test. You go, you write it, and then when you pass it, you will now exchange your Nigeria license. They will now give you a class 7 license. Now, as a class 7 license holder, you cannot drive alone on the road. without somebody that has a class 5 license or a class 5 advanced license with you. It's basically like a learner's permit in Nigeria, where you have to have an advanced driver, which is the same thing. So it's illegal to drive without someone with a class 5 or a class 5 advanced. So then after you've done your class 7 knowledge test and you pass it, they will now give you a slip. That's like an interim. It's a paper. Like, it's paper based. They will just give you a slip. It's an interim like license for you to show anybody, like, okay, yes, you have this ID. But the original one, like the card, the hard copy plastic card, will come in the mail in about 10 days. So you should always have that with you at all times. And for you to so here in Calgary, they don't ask you to give them your driver's extract. You don't need it at that point. You just give them your license, then they will deal with the Nigerian government and ask them how long you've been driving and all those things. Like, basically what the extract does, they will do it for you. So for that, you just walk into, you Google registries close to me and go there and go and get it done. And before you get it done, they will need your lease agreement, they will need your COPRO, they will need your Nigerian passport, since that's the only form of ID. Then you pay, you write the test. Then when you're now done and you pass it, you now pay for the actual like that plastic card, like plastic ID card, your driver's license, which will come in the mail in 10 days. Then after, they'll tell you after 2 or 3 weeks, you should now that's when you will now be eligible to go and take the road test. Before that time, if you already have a car and you have someone that has a class 5 with you, please try and be driving so that you know the road signs, because the driving is different. It confuses me sometimes, sometimes I'll be going, like, it's my right of way. Let's say I'm driving on Lekki Ekpe Expressway. Almost everybody in Nigeria knows that road, or one major road. And then I'll see someone that is coming out from the side, like one of the intersections. I want to stop, like, let the person pass, because I don't know whether that person will just come and jump in my front. So that defensive driving, I will just press brake, So when I went for my driving class, the guy was telling me, Madam, it's your right of way, just keep going. So like I said, it will take a lot of getting used to. So just be driving small, because me, I don't like driving, but I don't have a choice. These days, I just try to just drive to wherever it is I'm going, because my husband will go back to Nigeria at some point, and I also need to get over my fear of the road tests. It's June, and I'm here to take it. I plan to take it this month. Number 3, remember I said that this video is in no particular order. So this number, that's why I'm mentioning this, is that this particular number 3, which is creating your Canadian style resume, you can get it done in Nigeria. Sign up for LinkedIn Premium, get yourself a ding tone number, like download that app on your phone, buy yourself a Canadian number, put that number on your resume and on your LinkedIn, and then on that app you'll be able to redirect the calls to your Nigeria line. It's called call forwarding. If you tinker around your settings, you'll see it. You'll be able to call forward it to your Nigerian number, because when I was in Nigeria, I was receiving calls like I was in Canada. It's just that I told them that I'm not yet in Canada. I'm coming in at a particular time, So some people that have been successful enough to get jobs. I know of 2 people that got 6-figure jobs right from Nigeria. So put it in your resume. This is not the time to say, oh, you're looking for something that is free. It's not every time that free things are good. So spend the money, put it in your resume. When you come, of course, you will not need it. But for that time, if you want to be like interviewing or getting yourself or building your interview skills or your confidence, because for me, I was really, really shaky. My husband would tell me, calm down, you'll do well. I'll be shaky, like interview. If you see me, I'll be on my nerves, But now, it's just I'm always ready for an interview. I'll just go and sit down. It's a conversation, They will not swallow me, that kind of thing. But before, I had those nerves. So you can, even if you know that you're not even if you know that okay, you still have a month before you land, it's just good to start practicing You know, even if they'll tell you no because you're not in Canada yet, because they'll tell me when you get in, let us know, and all those things. It's just a way to just like start building those skills and getting that interview confidence, so that when you're actually ready, your confidence will shine through. Like this, the job I got, you know, even if it's not in my particular role, what the feedback I got was that I'm one of the best, that there are people that had like 20 years experience of, but because I'm one of the best interviewees she has had in a very long time. She thoroughly enjoyed the interview. I was confident, we're gisting and all that. That's why she went for me. And she told me that I don't think I will not be making you an offer, you know. So that's what I'm saying. Just start like practicing so you can get away with those nerves. Like me, I had it. So some sites that you can use, or some software that you can use to build a Canadian style resume, Zety, that's Z-E-T-Y, that's Zebra, Egg, Tango, U, or yellow. Zety resumes. Then there's Rezi, that is R-E-Z-I. But the one that I use is Resume Now. So resume-now.com or so. That one, it's a subscription based software, but I love it because it's easy, it's interactive, it even gives you suggestion of what to tweak or how to tweak your CV, or to like what bullet points to put in your CV. It helps you to write your what's it called, your cover letter. You just need, then you now tweak it to suit whatever you want to suit. So it's easy, you know. And you pay, how much is it for 3 months? It's not even expensive. So that's the one that I use. My friend suggested it to me. Then after making your resume, so basically, if you, let's say you're a project manager, you know the key things that a project manager does. Make sure that all those keywords and all those tools, MS Project, Primavera, this one, Trello, Asana, Monday.com, let everything just be put inside that resume. Like, you can use all those tools. Like, because no, it's not a human that will look through your resume, it's the ATS. So it will scan through, it's a machine that will scan through your resume and pick out all those keywords to see whether they will send it to a human to look at it. Is that human that will not look at it and now call you for the phone screen? Because Canada style is they have different types of, like, the stages of interview. There's the phone screen first. Some phone screens are not phone screens. They will send you a Zoom call. You people will have a conversation. Some of them will pre-book with you, like ask you to schedule a time. Some of them will just call you out of the blues, and then they'll tell you, do you have some time to talk now? If you don't have the time to talk, tell them the time that will be best for you. You know, it's not a big deal to them, because they will know that they did not pre-schedule the interview with you for you, and then they just badged in on you, and you might be busy, you know. So like they will do the phone screen is if that recruiter if that recruiter is okay, that okay, you have the skills, because the recruiter might not have the technical details. They just ask you some basic questions, and then if you can pass through that recruiter, they will now pass it on to the hiring manager. That's when you now do the actual video interview, and then that video interview might now have like how many steps. Like they will tell you there's one video interview and they invite you for another one and another one. So it's just a lot of work. Sometimes there are some companies, 1 or 2 interviews, they're fine. So then they'll take you through. There's one I did, 5 stages or so. They now came and told me, I'm sorry, we went with another candidate after wasting my time. So use all the keywords, like populate your CV with all those, your resume rather, not CV, with all those keywords. Don't go and put your date of birth. Nobody's interested. Just your city, just put Calgary, Alberta. Don't go and put your full address. Nobody's interested. Your name in bold letters. My name is Linda Teke. So if you have all the certifications, put them beside. E.g., I have the CBAP, PMP. So I put it, CBAP, that is for business analyst. I put it by the side so they will see, okay, up front, I have the certifications that are highly sought after and are highly revered, you know. Put it beside your name. You come down, you put your mobile number and your email, and then your city and your this thing. That's all. Nobody's asking you for your date of birth, your picture. All those things are not needed. And then you make your resume 1 page, maximum 2 pages, you know. So my preferred tool to use would be Resume Now. because that's what I use. So some other sites that you can register on are Glassdoor, Monster. So for Glassdoor, let me touch on Glassdoor. For Glassdoor, basically, if a company, because when I apply sporadically, like I just pray my application. When I'm ready to apply, I sit down and I apply. To me, as in, like, because the more you apply, of course, because you get plenty of rejections, then you also get plenty of interviews, and of course one or two must click. So this thing, so when a company reaches out to say, okay, want to interview you, I'll say, which company is this one again? I will now go on Google and like say, let's say which company will I use? Okay, I will now go on Google and say, let's say Scotiabank Glassdoor reviews. I'm going to read their reviews to see whether they're a company that is worth my time, or they're not worth my time to interview for, or to interview with, to see how they treat what the employees feel about them, their benefits and all those things. So Glassdoor is a good one, and Glassdoor tends to put in some salary estimates which are not really that accurate, so ignore those ones. Except on Glassdoor you will see a Glassdoor estimate or employer estimate. If it's the employer estimate of the salary, you know that, okay, that you can take that one to the bank somewhat. But if it's a Glassdoor estimate, you don't really put your mind there. So you use Glassdoor, Monster, Zip Recruiter, that is Zip, to zip your dress. Zip Recruiter, Indeed is another very good one. Then LinkedIn is the baba of them all. Some people will tell you that they have more success on Indeed, but anyone works basically. Then you have to optimize your LinkedIn profile. For that, I cannot go into so many details. Search on YouTube, you'll see there are plenty of videos that will talk about that. Before you apply for any job, tailor your resume to that particular role you're applying to. So what I would suggest is, if you're a project manager or a business analyst, have a particular, like, build your first resume that will have all those your keywords, all the things that they are looking at. Like, go through plenty of listings of job ads and look at what they are always asking. Put all those things that know that one is your base resume. So now you now want to apply to John Bosco and Sons, and they're asking for, so you just tailor waiting, and they ask, just tell them, say it's a bit one, to just cut the long story short, so that the ATS will pick you and they will call you for interview. Because that's the thing that some people do. They just go and sending applications. Nobody is calling them back. They're not getting any job. They're not even interviewing. Nothing. So tailor it, and that way to know if your resume is well tailored is by using this website, jobscan.co. You upload the job requirements, you upload your resume. It will now like use AI, artificial intelligence, to match, to see and tell you the percentage of if the percentage to which your resume matches the job requirements, you know. So if it's a very high, if it's in the top percentile, let's say to 75% and all those things, you know that, okay, you're doing something right, and you can still tweak it some more. So please put that. It's very, very important that you do that. But like I said, have a base resume, then build other ones off of it. The thing about that resume now should come and pay me. I know they will not see this video, they might not see it. The thing about that resume now is that you can like just duplicate. Like, you have your base one, then there's a section where it will tell you duplicate. You just duplicate and name it with something else, and then just like add what you need to add, take it to JobScan, put it that way. You'll be getting calls, because some people apply and they don't get any single call. Then, or still on the job hunt, so on all these websites, LinkedIn, Indeed, all those things, you can turn on post notifications for roles that you're interested in, so that you're notified. So for me, I did that on Indeed and I did it on LinkedIn. You know, I just did not do it on the rest. So that, let's say, if BA roles are available, PM roles, all those roles, Scrum Master roles, I'll be able to, like, they'll just send me notifications. I'll just log into the app and then apply. And then you can apply on your phone. That's why you should, like, it's only maybe when you want to tweak your resume. That's why I'm telling you that you have a base resume, because most of those jobs, your base resume will even do. You might not find yourself over tweaking. That's why that your first and your base resume, take your time on it. You know, I was not really tweaking my resume like that, because my base resume did the job for me. So I've already talked about it. See your application like you're basically playing a game, because the more you apply, the more you get, like, of course you get rejections. So just start getting your heart ready, because that thing can mess with your mind. You'll be wondering, is it not me that was doing well in Nigeria? Like, am I not qualified? You get rejections. It will pain you. It will hurt. But one will click. There's something that my friend told me, that the one that is your own, they will not even stress you. And really, really, the one that I got did not stress me. I got one before, which was a customer care role. I was like, no, like, God, please, let me just hold this one first. But before I start, God, give me another one that will be worth my time at least. And God did it for me. And the interview was just a breeze. Maybe in another video, I'll put that interview cheese, because I was about to, like, it was just somehow, but God just made it work out. And the lady just saw me, liked me, just talking as if we had known each other before. So don't fret if you're getting, unfortunately, we have decided to go with an internal candidate. Unfortunately, we have decided to go with another candidate, who is more aligned, whose experience is more aligned with what we are looking for, and all those things. You will get those emails. You will get them. I can assure you that you will get them. And then in the face of knowing that your POF, that your proof of funds are dwindling, because every day you're spending money and nothing is coming in, you feel sad, you know, but it will come. That's why I'm saying the more you apply, the more interviews you will get, the more phone screens you get. It's not all phone screens you get that will move you to the interview stage. But for me, all my phone screens move me to the interview stage, you know. But I'm just telling you so that you prepare your mind and you not feel bad and downcast. Because these are some of the things that immigrants go through. Then some of them will even ask you if you have Canadian experience. Some of them are very blunt. They will ask you. Some of them will not even ask you, but they will just look at your resume and say, okay, they see Nigeria, and they did not say anything that is Canada. They will just ghost you from there. There's one that was very blatant. She asked me. So I now said, yes, because I was working with a multinational in Nigeria. I was like, yes, it's the one in Canada and the one in Calgary. Yeah, she now said, but she's not seeing it on my resume. I had forgotten that maybe because when I started applying, I had not tweaked my resume to, like, remove the Nigeria part of it. That was when I sent it to her. So I now said, is that a problem? She just stopped responding and all those things. We had already negotiated salary, everything. So, like, there will just be a lot of you. That thing made me to feel down. There will be a lot of, like, ups and downs in this thing. So just don't take it to heart. Just tell yourself, we move. If you have to take a break from applying, but make sure that you apply at least every day. Send out applications, not one application. Just sending out applications, which is why you should have one base resume. The days that you're lazy and you don't want to start doing the hard work, because some of those recruiting softwares, they will tell you upload your resume. You upload it. That same information in that resume, that is the same information that would ask you to start filling out manually. Or the way by the time the software will pass, that's extract the information from your resume to now can scatter it, so you have to do all the work again. So the days that you're feeling lazy, you're feeling tired, you're feeling downcast, you're feeling demotivated, just still apply, but use the easy apply feature on LinkedIn. That one, you just be sending your resume like that, like you would have uploaded it to LinkedIn. You just be sending it. Easy apply is the lazy way of applying. But the days that you're gingered, and go to the website and apply. You can do these things on your phone. So don't say, okay, you don't have a laptop, or your spouse is using his or the laptop you guys have for something. Use your phone. There are no excuses on this journey. Then, if you don't mind customer service jobs, look up HGS Canada. They are always hiring, you know, and they will send you equipment that you work for you to work from home. When I interviewed with them, they told me they had two roles. One was with TELUS, which is a telecoms company, and one was with Canada Post. Which one did I prefer? You know, they asked me if I had a driver's license, and yes, that driver's license thing is important because some of these jobs will ask you if you have a class 5 driver's license. So if you don't remember what I said about class 5, you might need to go back and watch it. So HGS Canada, you can Google them. They're always hiring. Concentrix, that's CONCENTRIX, Concentrix too, for customer service job. At least so something can be coming in, even if they are minimum wage jobs or slightly above minimum wage. Something can be coming in. Why I like HGS is that at least they will send you equipment. So Concentrix will ask you whether you have equipment to work for them. How will I use my laptop to work for you? So there are other ones. I'm sure older Canadians or our seniors on this journey can drop other work from home customer care jobs so that something can be coming in. So that's why this particular the work from home job, no, you cannot apply from outside Canada, unfortunately, but you all do LinkedIn, everything about LinkedIn I just spoke about, you can apply, you can start the process from outside Canada. So number 4 on my list is your SIN number and your social insurance number. When you land, this is one of the first things that you should go and get done. Very important that you do it. And then your SIN number, guard it with your life. It's like it's tied to your identity. If somebody wants to steal your identity, use your credit cards, everything, like basically go and put you in basic that you don't know anything about. They will use it, as in they will get to you through your SIN number. So do not give anybody your SIN number. The only people that, because when I went to go and get my SIN number, the guy that attended to me, because I was asking him about Virgin. I wanted a Virgin postpaid plan. They were asking me for my SIN number or my credit card. I did not have any. So the guy told me I should not give them. I should just better wait for my credit card to come in the mail. He said that the people that you should give your SIN number are your employers, your bank, your school. He mentioned the 4th one, but I cannot remember the 4th one. There were 4 places he mentioned. Apart from that, don't give any other person your SIN number. It's not their business. No, you know, concern them. So so your SIN number, you can walk in or you can like book an appointment online. Booking an appointment is good because you go at your time and they attend to you. If you don't book an appointment, you go and wait. But then again, in Calgary, the wait time is not that long. My husband and I, when we went to go and do our own, waited for like 30 minutes ish standing on the line, 30 minutes, 45 minutes ish. Then we got it done. Well, you can do it for your children too. Like, they don't have to be physically present. So if you have somewhere to keep them, you can keep them. They don't have to be physically present for you to get the SIN number for them. So you can walk into any Service Canada office and ask for your SIN number. You have to be with your Nigeria passport and your COPR. In fact, anywhere that you're going to this period, just carry your COPR and your passport, because that they will ask you. And if when you're going to the bank, they will ask you. Anywhere you're going to, they will ask you. So just carry it, especially when you will not have gotten maybe a license or something. If you know that you're not going to be driving anytime soon, or you don't plan on getting any driver's license anytime soon, you can also go to a registry close to you and ask them for an Alberta identity card. It's just something that will show that, okay, you're a resident of Alberta, and of course it's a legit ID. That's before your PRO card comes, so you can have some form of ID. Why am I saying that? Because when we went to Costco to go and like enroll for membership, they told us that they are unable to offer us membership because we don't have any Canadian ID. So that is very important for you to have. So that is something that people might know, because we did not know about the Alberta ID that you could get if you do not have a driver's license or anything like that. And then when I now went back to go and meet them, they told me because I'd already done my class 7, I cannot have 2 forms of ID. So I should just wait for the like actual I could use the paper one, but I didn't want to go to Costco and they will turn me back again. Or I should wait for the actual like plastic ID that will come in the in my mail. So it was when that ID came. If you see how happy I was, and when that ID came, that my driver's license. I was happy, so I ran to Costco, because Costco, you buy in bulk and you save money in the long term. It's cheaper than buying from Walmart and the other stores like Canadian Superstore and the rest. So after that, after getting your SIN number, you can go get your telephone, like a line, like activate a line for yourself. So they might ask you for your credit card. Now, if you don't have a credit card, if your credit card has not come in the email, so in the mail, and you just need a phone number, just tell them you're going to do prepaid, because they'll tell you either your credit card or your SIN number. Don't give them your SIN number, even if you have it. Just generally tell them you're going to do prepaid for now. I did prepaid for 1 month. After 1 month, by that time my credit card had come. Then that's when I now switched to a plan which is postpaid. So you go to open your bank account as step 6. I've talked about telephone number. So step 6 is opening your bank account. Go to different banks so that you have an idea of what they offer newcomers. Some of them will say they're offering iPads. If you put a particular amount, some of them would say they're just like they're just different like plans for newcomers. The 5 major banks in Canada are RBC, which is Royal Bank of Canada, BMO, which is the Bank of Montreal, CIBC, which is Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, Scotia Bank, which is the Bank of Nova Scotia, and what's it called, TD Bank, which is Toronto Dominion Bank. Many Nigerians, what makes us to open an account with a particular bank is because of how much they're going to give us as our credit limits as newcomers. RBC is very friendly. CIBC, I've heard they give good credit limits, but well, you just go, you do your findings before you now open an account. And here they book appointments for almost everything. They want to do that findings, you hear appointment, mechanic appointment, everything appointment. So you might need to go book an appointment and go back, or just tell them you're a new immigrant, take the new immigrant card, and they'll get somebody to talk to you there and there. But please, it's not by credit though, because know that the money that they give to you in that credit card is not your own. You're basically borrowing it. So please use it judiciously to grow your credit score, so that when you want to make a major purchase, e.g. a mortgage, things will be easy for you. So what number was I at? I was at number 6, right? So 1 moment. So number 7 is your child benefit if you have kids. For some reason, I'm here to apply for that one. I don't even know what's taking me so long. But it's paid monthly and it's not taxed by the Canadian government. It's for your children. Basically, it's stipend to help you look after your children. And there are 2 ways that you can apply for it. Either by downloading the forms off the Canadian government website or applying online. I've tried the online, and that's why I tried doing it online, but for some reason it's not just working out for me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I would brainstorm after now. So please look into doing it when you come. Then I think they pay between 6 to 8 weeks, from what my friends told me, between 6 to 8 weeks, and then they pay to the mother's account, because the mother is the primary caregiver. Let's say it's delayed. Let's say you landed in February and then they decide to pay in June. They will pay the one for March, April, May for each child. They will pay everything together in bulk. So it will be like bulk money for you that you can now use to look after your children or put towards their future education. So that's that about child benefit. Then there's also the so for you to apply for it, just Google Canada child benefits and click on the first link and read through. I've not done it, so I cannot guide you on how to do it by myself. Then there's also the child care subsidy This is basically for people that have younger children that are not up to the kindergarten age. They'll be going to daycares and day home. I don't know so much about that, so please look it up. But it's something that the government will pay, will help you to subsidize. So look it up. It's very important. Then next is your library card. So you should Google the closest library to you and go and register yourself and your family. Some benefits are access to LinkedIn Learning for free, because if you don't have LinkedIn Premium, you will not have access to LinkedIn Learning, or you go and pay for it separately. But having a library card here in Canada will give you access to it for free. You can now borrow books, both physical and digital books, podcasts, all those things for free. Like you can borrow it and return it, you know, and it's free. Then you can also make like photocopies to a particular, I think when you register, they'll give you a $5 voucher that you can use to like print and make photocopies. So that's important for you to, so I can also build the reading habits in your children. And I must confess, I'm here to get that done. I'll get it done this month. Then health card. You go and apply for your health card at a registry. That's still the same registry closest to you. The same registry you go and write your class 7 knowledge test. That same registry, they do a lot of things there. So you go to your closest registry and register for your health card. You need your passport, your COPR, your lease agreement to show that you're a resident of Alberta. Then after you filled out, they'll give you forms to fill. You fill it out, you go and submit. It is free. Within 10 days it will come in your mailbox. So after you get your health card, go to albertafindadoctor.ca to look for a doctor close to you that is accepting patients. Now, some of them will say that they're not. Some of them will say that they are not accepting patients, because I called a couple of them. They will tell you that they're not accepting patients at this time. Don't feel anyhow. We'll tell them thank you, hang up, you move, go to the next one on the list. So albertafindadoctor.ca. It's just straightforward. But luckily for us, someone that was not accepting patients, as my husband's friend, was able to refer us to a physician that was not accepting patients. So because they already had a relationship, so he took us, myself and my family. So you just keep calling until you get one, you know, and you can always switch providers if you don't like the provider. So for glasses, because my first one, his glasses broke, and I think he said he forgot his spare in Nigeria. So he has been squinting. We've been trying to figure out how to get him a new glasses, you know, because my job was not going to start until like much later. Then the doctor told us that children under 18 are entitled to free eye care, you know. So explore that when you get here if your child needs glasses. Hello. So I was busy talking and I did not even know that my phone had stopped recording at the 1 hour mark. So just to like conclude the video, please, about your cell phone plans, ask people that are close to your neighbors which cell phone plan that they use, and which cell phone plan that they use and which internet do they use that is good for them. It's often better for you to bundle up, because if you're using, let's say, Shaw as your mobile plan and you're using it as your internet, you save more money than when you go and buy, let's say, Shaw for your Wi-Fi at home, and then you go and buy Virgin for your mobile plan. So try to bundle up where possible. Ask people around you so that they can recommend what is working for them, because even if all these network providers are very good, in some areas, some of them are stronger than the other. So ask your neighbors. Then the second to the last thing is, don't forget to change your country or your app store or your Play Store to Canada, so that you can have access to some of the apps. Because from if you're still on Nigeria, you might be looking for some apps. You might either see them and it will tell you that it's not available in your country, or you might not even just see them at all. So if you're having that issue, go to your app, go to your settings and change it. And if it's getting difficult for you, use YouTube to brainstorm. YouTube is a very valuable resource. Then my last tip for the people that have stayed this long is the Fair Entry program. It's a program that helps to reduce fees for recreation, leisure, Calgary transit, and aquatic centers. It's aimed at low-income earners. So if you're just landing and maybe you're saying your funds are low, try to take advantage of all these government programs that they've done for you and I by going, like, just Google what's it called, Fair Entry, or better still, put in your browser Fair Entry, that's FAIR, fair oibo, fairentry.calgary.ca, and to take you to the website. You read through and then you apply. If you meet the requirements as a minimum or a low income earner, they will approve you, and then you can now use that approval to get your Calgary transit as a subsidized rate, all these recreational centers at a subsidized rate, your leisure, all those things. Use that approval to go and get all those things done. I hope that this video was of immense value to you, and that you learned one or two things and you know what to do to hit the ground running. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, and then please just support me, please. Thank you very much. I'm exhausted. You can, it's even on everything on my face now. At this point, I'm exhausted. My throat is parched. I need to go merge the videos and then upload it. Doing this is not easy, you know. Researching to make sure that the right information is what I'm bringing to you. So please support me. Thank you very much. And also please buy my ebook, or if you know someone that is looking to come to Canada, please tell them to go to my Instagram page that is written on the screen, and then click the link in my bio and go get my ebooks, the one that breaks down the express entry system step by step, and also the ones for IELTS. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Bye bye.